वी आर लाइव। मेरे से बटन दब
हेलो
गया।
गाइस।
हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू बीटीसी स्ट्रेटेजी एपिसोड 14। एपिसोड 14 में स्वागत है। नमस्ते रविंद्रनाथ। बिटप्लेब्स समिट, या सो गाइस, 1 और 2 नवंबर को बिटप्लेब्स का समिट है गोवा में। एंड अगर आपने अभी तक रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं किया तो आप रजिस्ट्रेशन कर सकते हो। कमेंट आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा, कमेंट सेक्शन में भी मिलेगा, लिंक आपको कमेंट सेक्शन में मिल जाएगा। लिंक है luma.com पे जाके आप इफ़ यू राइट luma.com/bitplebs। एंड दूसरा है बिटप्लेब्स ट्रेजरी, अगर ट्रेजरी में आप रजिस्टर करना चाहो तो। सो या ट्रेजरी सेमिनार इज डिफरेंट। अगर आप ट्रेजरी लेते हो तो आपको बिटप्लेब्स में एंट्री मिलेगा, राइट? डेफिनेटली मिलेगा,
हाँ इंक्लूडेड है या
इंक्लूडेड है। एंड बिटप्लेब्स में ट्रेजरी सेमिनार भी होगा। ट्रेजरी एंड बिटकॉइन का कॉर्पोरेट एडॉप्शन इंडिया में कैसे दिख सकता है, एंड वर्ल्ड वाइड आपको इसमें इन्वेस्टमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी क्या है, एंड हाउ बिटकॉइन विल शेप द ग्लोबल फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम, उस पर काफ़ी सेमिनार्स है। या हियर इज द थिंग, आप बेसिक why to invest in Bitcoin treasury companies, how to diversify your Bitcoin portfolio, Bitcoin treasury portfolio, and yeah, how to invest mm, एकदम डाइवर्सिफाई तरीके से विदाउट रिस्क। रिस्क इज देयर बट मिनिमल रिस्क, सो वो आपको जानने को मिलेगा। सो
and you will
अभी तक
find other
आपने
people also who are there in the
यस,
industry.
मेन
So
थिंग
we
है
will
ना।
have people coming in from all the Bitcoin treasury companies in the country, and from outside also there are some people coming in. So that is the best part. And you can use Bitcoin से जो code है हमारा, Bitcoin से जो code है, you can use that to avail 25% discount on this seminar as well as on BitClips. So जो भी आपको book करना है, you can just copy paste this code and you will get 25% discount.
बिटकॉइन सीएज ना, बिटकॉइन सीएज, बिटकॉइन सीएज।
Yeah, this is the code. Yeah.
तो इफ यू
हाँ राइट।
अगर इधर जाते हो गेट टिकट, यहाँ पे ऐड
And
वाउचर, एंड आपको यहाँ करोगे बिटकॉइन सीएज, तो आपको प्राइस यहाँ पे गिरते दिखेंगे 25% ऑफ 2999। एंड सेम विथ बिट प्लेब्स। इस बिट
yeah.
प्लेब्स जो है इसमें भी आपको, या बिट प्लेब्स लेते हो तो आपको ट्रेजरी का नहीं मिलेगा एक्सेस, ओनली बिट प्लेब्स का जनरल समिट का एक्सेस मिलेगा। बट आप अगर ट्रेजरी का लेते हो, सॉरी बीटीसी प्लेब्स ट्रेजरी का लेते हो, तो उसमें इंक्लूडेड है बिट प्लेब्स का। तो एक्चुअली स्ट्रक्चर क्या है कि बिटप्लेब समिट है, उसमें बिटकॉइन सीएज का सेमिनार है, माइनिंग का सेमिनार है, एंड पॉलिसी का भी सेमिनार है। सो आप
हाँ.
जिसको इंटरेस्ट हो जिसमें, राइट।
Yes.
माइनिंग का
चार
कितना चार्ज है?
वर्कशॉप्स है. माइनिंग का चार्ज ज्यादा है. आई थिंक सेशन चार्ज अराउंड 17,000 है. ये 3 दिन की वर्कशॉप है माइनिंग की. जो पॉलिसी का सेमिनार है वो 1 दिन का है, और बिटकॉइन ट्रेजरी का सेमिनार 1 दिन का है, राइट? तो
ये
अच्छा,
है, ये 20,000 है,
20,000 है. हाँ,
20,000 है। एंड पॉलिसी, बिटप्लेब्स पॉलिसी।
पॉलिसी इनवाइट ओनली है मोस्टली, सो दैट इज माइट नॉट बी रेलेवेंट.
ओके ओके
बिटवेस्ट
ओके,
पॉलिसी. तो
ठीक है। सो
ट्रेजरी आप लोग ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, माइनिंग ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. और
हम्म
हाँ, and you can apply, of course, coupon code तुमको पता ही है. You can just copy paste and apply that coupon code.
हम्म हम्म हम्म। ये 3 है, luma.com, बिटप्लेब्स, बिटप्लेब्स माइनिंग एंड बिटप्लेब्स ट्रेजरी, 3 इवेंट्स है। लिंक आपको कमेंट में मिल जाएगी। एंड या अगर आप टिकट लेते हो तो डोंट फॉरगेट टू दैट कोड, अप्लाई द कोड बिटकॉइन सीएज, 25% ऑफ।
Yep.
ठीक है, ओके गाइस,
So hope to
मूविंग
see you on
फॉरवर्ड।
November and November 1st and 2nd on BitFest. And with that, we can start our today's session.
या बिटकॉइन is at 117,000 $117,000 लास्ट वीक टच किया। नाउ इट इज एट 115 116, उसी रेंज में घूम रहा है। अगर आप किसी को लग रहा है कि बिटकॉइन है वो क्या कुछ कर नहीं रहा है, तो ये देखो कि पिछले साल इसी टाइम पे बिटकॉइन मुझे याद है 50,000 था, एंड अभी कितना है आज? आज सेम सेम डेट 1,17,000। सो इट इज मोर देन अप, 110% से ज़्यादा अप है। सो इट इज इन द बुल मार्केट, यू आर इन हियर फॉर द लॉन्ग रन, लॉन्ग गेम। शॉर्ट अगर वैसे हाँ, बिटकॉइन डिफरेंट है काफ़ी। जब से ETF आया तब से बिटकॉइन काफ़ी डिफरेंट है। कांस्टेंट अप तरफ जा रहा है। बट स्टडी अबाउट बिटकॉइन सो दैट जब रियल मूव आए बिटकॉइन की जो आती है, तब आप लेफ्ट आउट ना हो जाओ। सो या स्टार्टिंग विथ ट्रेजरी थिंग्स।
How would you advise me?
यहाँ पे क्लिप है बिटकॉइन अनकॉन्फ्रेंस सेमिनार की। ये मुझे सीरीज जजुड़िया जैसे दिख रहा है, बट पता नहीं कौन है। सो या आई
कोई
विल
तो
जस्ट प्ले।
ऑडियंस है वो, बट ही इज इंडियन, ऐसा लग तो रहा है।
यस, चलो आई विल जस्ट प्ले द क्लिप एंड देन वी विल डिस्कस।
How would you advise me to address that question bang on so that it's a no-brainer?
Yeah, I think the answer is the Treasury company is sitting on a mountain of hard assets. In a rational market, it'll just sell the equity to pay the dividend. In an irrational market where the equity decouples from the Bitcoin fundamentals, you're going to sell the Bitcoin volatility, or you're going to engage in derivatives trading in order to extract the yield directly from the Bitcoin. If necessary, you're probably going to sell a future, right? You're going to sell an out of the money call option against the Bitcoin, or you're going to enter into a basis trade. And in the worst case, you're just going to sell the underlying Bitcoin itself, because as long as Bitcoin is growing at a multiple of the underlying dividend, you always have that as a final option.
How would you advise?
तो इसमें इन्होंने फाइनली सेलर ने बोला कि ही इज ओपन टू सेल बिटकॉइन इफ थिंग्स बिकम्स सिचुएशन ऐसी हुई तो। सो या
Highly
नेवर सेल।
irrational. So this is the first time where Saylor has come out into public and said that yeah, he's open to sell Bitcoin, but before this he made some points like he can sell out of the money call options on Bitcoin, which he already has. So like he will collect premium, and that premium might be used to pay dividends. So this there are ways even in irrational market to pay dividends, but let's say even if even like let's say this also doesn't work, then he is open to sell Bitcoin as well. So this is good to bring transparency, because let me try and give you the context here. So before before this clip or before this conference, as far as I know, publicly Saylor had never made a statement on like how is he going to. I mean, he has made statements about funding dividends, like he said that we will sell more of our preferreds, but who will buy preferreds in a bear market? That was the main question where market was not happy with his answer. So with this, even if Bitcoin crashes to 50%, he still has like maybe as of now, I think he has 100 plus years of Bitcoin dividends, which can be funded through selling Bitcoin. Let's say even if Bitcoin crashes to 50-60%, he is still covered for 50-60 years. And this is given the fact that we remain in a constant bear market of 50-60 years, which is, I mean, if you are optimistic about Bitcoin, then this doesn't make any sense to you. Maybe we can go into bear market uh, uh, like in a year, or there might be a 6 month time frame where this thing happens, but I don't foresee like this scenario happening for a long time. I
yes,
don't
true.
know, like
Yeah, so like the thing is never sell your Bitcoin. So ये नहीं है, and it is good. उसके बाद MSTR did jump maybe 5 to 8-10%, and it can mark a bottom or it can not. We don't know.
उनके इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए बहुत assuring है ये कि the investors who are investing into preferred shares, they want their dividends. They don't really care about Bitcoin. So for them to hear that their dividends are assured, even if things go south for a stock, because Bitcoin is held in custody by MicroStrategy, their dividends are assured. So I think in that case, that's the right thing to say. in my opinion. Yeah.
Yes. And I think after that, these prefers will also become more attractive.
Yeah.
TRC and STRK
So
because
yeah,
it will boost the confidence.
the main goal of seller is to attack this fixed income market, this huge $300 trillion of fixed income market. So I think this move will help him to sort of get more access into this fixed income market. Let's see like how does market reacts. But next day, I think MSTR was up 6%.
Hmm.
So I mean, these short-term price actions, I don't know, does that like was that a point in where market realized that what strategy can do, but I mean, I don't know, like is this the thing market was waiting, or still market has to figure out what is STRC? I think still market hasn't figured out because price is below 100, and unless and until price goes above 100, it's like we can say that market doesn't know what STRC is doing.
Do we want to talk about like why strategies S&P inclusion is still pending? Like, what is stopping
Committee. So
committee?
committee, yeah. I think me and Bhavik talked about this. So like uh, let's take two examples of these two indexes, Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500. So Nasdaq 100 is like uh, uh, a coded index which is rules based. So let's say you check all the 7 rules, then you are in. But S&P 500 is not like that. Like they have one committee which is above rules. So right now, strategy has cleared all the rules. Like they need to be profitable, the market cap, and all the rules, liquidity, and there are some other rules as well. So that rules are cleared, but last time the committee has like the committee didn't give green flag to MSTR.
Do you think in
So
this bull cycle they will become a S&P 500 in this bull cycle?
I
Not
have
25,
no
26,
idea.
or will take longer.
I have no idea. Like they are eligible, but I don't know like what this committee has opinion on Bitcoin, because unless and until they have a positive opinion on Bitcoin, they might not allow strategy. But you have to also consider like for how much time you have to like you are keeping out MSTR out from S&P 500. Basically, you are for example, MSTR will 100% go up more than all the other 500 companies, S&P 500 companies. So this is a question for them to think about, like for how much time are you willing to give poorer returns to your investors in S&P 500. So it's the question for them to figure out.
Got it.
टेस्ला टेस्ला एक मंथ के लिए एक क्वार्टर के लिए इंक्लूड नहीं हुआ था,
Yeah,
मे बी एक क्वार्टर के लिए। एंड ऐसे काफ़ी है जो 1 या 2 क्वार्टर के लिए, जनरली 1 टू
they
2
were not.
क्वार्टर
Yeah.
का रहता है। सो लाइक देयर आर हाई चांस कि नेक्स्ट क्वार्टर और next to next quarter is like very highly chance ki it gets added to it. So like will it signal a top in Bitcoin or no, we'll get to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, na, कि if first if they get some positions in MSTR, then they will let it run. Before that, I don't
Yeah.
think they will allow. But billions of dollars of passive funds is there. Mm, yeah, moving on to next thing. Same clip, same conference, different clip of MSTR. MSTR seeing Michael Saylor. So yeah, I will just play it. Then we'll discuss. MetaBlade will become the most valuable company in Japan. You must clip, eh? Yeah, just
Yeah.
and they have yet to issue their first serious credit instrument. It's like, yeah, I think MetaPlanet will be the most valuable hotel company in the world. I think they'll also be the most valuable company in Japan. And every day I get up and I'm like, crap, I have to go to work because the MetaPlanet people are going to outrun me if I don't. You know? Because I'm sure Simon and Dylan are cooking up something. And I'm like, oh, geez. Okay. And they have yet.
यस सो लाइक अगर अगर आपने देखा होगा कि 10 साल पहले 15 साल पहले यही सेलर एप्पल के स्टॉक के बारे में इतना बुलिश था आपने सेतु अगर आपने क्लिप देखी हो तो सो ही वाज वेरी मच बुलिश ऑन एप्पल एंड वो तब वो कह रहे थे कि एप्पल विल बिकम द नंबर 1 कंपनी इन द वर्ल्ड एंड नाउ ही इज सेइंग अबाउट मेटाप्लैनेट most valuable company in Japan. So let's see how it goes. But MetaMask के बाद कितना 30-35,000 they will hold 30-35,000 Bitcoin. I think
I think,
Digant's internet. Yes, please.
yeah, I think MetaPlanet at the current price levels seems like quite undervalued. So, and MetaPlanet has got a lot of it right. They are in a country which is yield starved, wherein if you are giving them such good returns and preferred shares, they're also coming with preferred shares, right? So it is positioned to do well.
Hmm.
Broadly, like across all the stocks that are out there, it's difficult to say if strategy is going to be the best stock. I'm not talking about Japan, I'm talking about overall. Yeah, Apple will continue to be there, Nvidia is going to be there. That's a tricky place because every company has their own strengths. But MetaPlanet in Japan is positioned really, really well.
Hmm. Yeah, true. MetaPlanet can become the most valued company in Japan. But MSTR holds 3% of Bitcoin. So like if they are not forced to sell in the future and they keep accumulating even with a very tiny pace, it can become the number 1 company in the world.
There is a
Hmm.
chance. There is a chance. Yeah.
And but the question is that how much MNAV will it trade then? Like 1.2, 1.3, 1.5,
I
2.
think at a massive amount of Bitcoin holding, say a million Bitcoin holding, they will be trading less than 2 MNAV. So they will start uh, showing signs of slowing down at higher Bitcoin uh, numbers.
Hmm. If they it looks like they will definitely acquire 1 million and more than 1 million. But like, have you ever thought like, is it good for Bitcoin or yeah, or we can't do anything about it? The more because it is becoming centralized. Like the
I think
coins are
it's
becoming
difficult.
centralized.
It's more and more difficult for them to get to higher number, right? And that's the nature of Bitcoin. So I think it's good that they will not be able to acquire as much as they could. So there is
Hmm.
somewhat there's a force acting against them to acquire as many
Hmm.
bitcoins as possible. So which is good. So I am of
Hmm.
the opinion that there should be more Bitcoin treasuries coming up all over the world, holding small amounts to 5, 10, 20,000, 10,000, and we will see more of them.
Yeah, and in Bitcoin world, it is hard to it is hard to create monopolies, you know, because monopolies can be created in fiat world, but in Bitcoin, so like forget adding new Bitcoins for a micro strategy for strategy. I think it will be even hard for them to even sit on those Bitcoins. The market can act in a such a way that they will be forced to sell to just to survive. And because they have too much Bitcoin, so in maybe few years they will have to become so much innovative to just to keep those holdings, because it's not fiat world. Like it acts exactly opposite. In fiat, the more fiat you have, the more powerful you become, the more you at
I think
fiat you can attract.
talking about the honeypot risk, like they become a bigger pot for scammers and people trying to attack and get
Yeah.
that from MicroStrategy, or what kind of attacks do you foresee for a bigger call?
Market forces. Like they can't. They. It's hard for them to outperform. Hard for them to give good products, good financial products. Like it's my gut feeling. I don't have any rationale for that, but like it looks like smaller companies can come up with a good. I don't know how, but like in fiat world, the more money you have, the more powerful you keep become more powerful. But in Bitcoin, I think market can act in such a way as a whole that they will be forced to sell, or I don't know how does it play. Like as of now, MicroStrategy looks stronger, like strongest. Even they have higher MNAV than MetaPlanet and any other treasury companies, only other than Jet King. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I
see.
mean, yeah, right now they look the strongest. That is sure, especially in a
Mhm.
downturn. Right now, Bitcoin treasury companies are down, and
Mhm.
so they are looking far more strong at this position. Things might change in the future, but I
Mhm.
still feel that the more mature Bitcoin treasury companies become, uh, the more sort of stable, the less MNAV, the less risky, the less volatile those companies will become. That's what my
Mhm.
feeling is.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think there's some issue that Digant is facing, guys. So yeah, I mean, we'll continue, but he will try and join us as soon as possible.
Yes. 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 Uh, yeah. Next thing, there are so many coverages around MetaPlanet. So Chardon Research. I don't know how to pronounce it. Chardon has initiated coverage of MetaPlanet. So yeah, you can see the full report, but their price target is $9.9. Don't know what is the time target, but they are giving the price target of $9, 9.9, almost $10 to MetaPlanet. Currently, it is at $4. So $10 is how much? More than 150% up. And yeah, and if you ask me, MetaMask looks like it's way undervalued, as also Setu said. So yeah, for me, I think it can even cross $10, $15, $20. And if you are holding for more than 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, I think it has a very very great potential. Even 20x, 30x.
And guys, for those who do not hold MetaPlanet, so there are apps like InMoney. There are these brokerage companies uh, that you can make use of, right? Uh, yeah. Lately, there's been an update though. So those who are following, I'm talking about like how they can invest into such products, Bitcoin treasuries or ETFs. So yeah, so there are these broking apps that you can make use of. Lately, though, there are some hindrances or there are some issues that these broking apps are facing. So we are also going to talk about it. Stay tuned.
Yeah, like if you're from India,
सॉरी
they
गाइस,
can buy.
आई थिंक मेरा कनेक्शन पता नहीं 2-3 बार मैंने अभी नेटवर्क चेंज किया है, बट लेट्स सी.
Yeah, no
Okay,
issue.
no worries.
Mhm.
या
Indians can buy MetaPlanet from intraday broker, right? Intraday broker. But the thing is, you have to buy minimum 100 quantity. So, and at the time of sell, you also have to sell 100 quantity minimum. Mm, so, ticker is 3350 on interactive brokers. I don't know MTPLF is there or not. नहीं होगा ना interactive broker पे MTPLF.
I think 3350 है interactive broker पे.
3350 only Japanese. Yeah. So yeah, and Digant, we were talking about this price coverage by Chardon Research. So they have $9.9 price target, 3 month average. They have not provided the time, like and how much time it can get there. Fourth largest Bitcoin company. It will have over 32,000 Bitcoin because they have raised 1.4 billion. Hmm. Yeah. Mm, so yeah, moving on to next thing. There is one thing. एडम लिविंगस्टन का मेटाप्लेट का सिमुलेशन है. Metaplanet reaches $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin in early 2039 with only preferred shares. Assuming they start with guidance and issuance is capped at 25% of the net asset, no future Bitcoin is purchased via any other methods. Bitcoin has 35% CAGR. Bitcoin is a 500x in, ये सही है. So इन्होंने ये किया कि they don't dilute, अब आगे dilute नहीं करेंगे वो. Am I audible, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so ये इसने मस्त सिमुलेशन किया है. They don't issue, will not issue any common stocks. They will just buy Bitcoin with their preferreds. And 25% जो टोटल बिटकॉइन उनका होल्डिंग है उसको 25% से ज़्यादा नहीं होगा. So as Bitcoin grows, they can issue more preferreds, and they can buy more Bitcoin, and they can have $1 trillion of Bitcoin in early 2039. So this is 500x
So
in Bitcoin.
this is a good and like good way to think. Like, I mean,
Hmm.
even if they are unable to do ATM, like moving strike warrants, then also even if Bitcoin just goes up 35%, then also they are able to like maintain their 25% cap on their Bitcoin NAV, and still they can like accrete more and more Bitcoin. So this is one more way out for treasury companies. Like if you have good stack and that stack grows at 35% CAGR, then you can like issue preferreds, only preferreds, and just stop doing ATM, and still you become a too big company.
Mhm. This is a good simulation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. And like this for Metaplanet, if like I ask him to do about a micro strategy, I think it will have to put maybe one or two zeros. One or two
10,
zeros.
2 zeros is hyperbole.
100 trillion is too much. Yeah, 10 trillion can be, yeah, 10,
Yeah.
20 trillion, $30 trillion of Bitcoin. But like, imagine what will be the value of like how much 1 trillion will be worth in 15 years. It's like 200 billion of today, 300 billion of today, maybe 1 trillion.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's true.
Mm. Mm. Another news from Metaplanet, MTPLF. So FTSE Russell, it's an index. Yeah, index. It's traded. Where does it trades? In US only, na? FTSE.
Yeah, so
FTSE.
this is an index wherein like this is a global index, so you can buy this like from any part of the world. But like from this, Metaplanet is going to get included from 22nd September. So today is 20 on Monday. So funds will start to come in from 22nd September. So that's the point wherein like you have to this is the point where Metaplanet starts getting more and more funds from this passive inflows. And Bhavik, if you can go one step back, I think there he has made a point like why he thinks that Bitcoin treasury companies trade on multiple of NAV.
This one,
uh,
or
if you
random
can
living.
read it. I think I'm seeing the wrong screen.
Acha, another post you are saying, or
पहले का इसमें ही है, इसके पहले का जो बड़ा लिखा था ना उसने राइटअप, इसने ही मार्क रीमर ने, या फिर इसके प्रोफाइल में जाओ मिल जाएगा.
Mark Reimer. ये 10, ये short
मुझे तो
sellers.
मुझे तो वही दिख रहा है, एफटीएसी इंक्लूजन अहेड ब्रिंगिंग ऑटोमेटिक इनफ्लोस फ्रॉम फंड्स.
Yes. मैं not this
इसके
one.
प्रोफाइल में जाओ. This one. Yeah. Bitcoin treasury companies carry an implicit leverage rebalancing feature within all market cap weighted indices. So ये एक चीज है जो I think most of you might not get this like what this guy is saying. So these passive funds are dumb money. So dumb money is basically like you have to enter it at any cost. Like you don't care the price, what price it is. Basically, it's rules based. If it gets included in the index, then you have to buy. Like this is not. I mean, price doesn't decide your uh, action to buy. If it's included, then you have to buy without worrying of what the price is. So this will, I mean, this will take Bitcoin treasuries to trade at a multiple of their NAV because these guys will enter at any valuation. If it gets included in the index, then they have to buy. Just simple.
It's like it's same like जैसे all these companies in Indian market or any other market, they trades at high P ratios because they
Yeah.
don't have anywhere to go and they have some mandates.
Hmm.
है ना?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
same
Right.
thing can happen because they have, as you said, they don't have any. They have to buy, like they
Yeah,
have
they
to buy.
have to buy.
Yeah, so this thing can give high MNAV and yeah, as these treasury companies gets traded high MNAV, they can buy more Bitcoin and
Yeah,
eventually push the price of Bitcoin upwards in
yeah,
very exponential way. Yeah,
Does this
getting it.
not push everyone else who does not have Bitcoin in his balance sheet? Like all the companies which will not have Bitcoin in the balance
Yeah,
sheet will be just pushed out.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It can happen.
So I think in Treasury's unconference sailor made this point like there will be a point in future where all of the S&P 500 companies will have some amount of Bitcoin in their balance sheet. So yeah, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, it just reminds me of how species sort of overpopulate, right? Or certain genetic advantages in a species, like make it more increase the population of it so much so that after a certain point in time, the same species gets divided into two parts, and over time, a species which has that genetic advantage eats up the other ones. So it's a little like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
And they will outperform other companies like by far so much by great margin and yeah, eventually force other companies to adopt Bitcoin standard.
Yeah, I mean, if there are two companies getting into say S&P 500, and that means that more capital is flowing to those two companies. That means that they are buying more Bitcoin. That means the prices of Bitcoin are shooting. That means the stock price is increasing. So now that now those two companies are drawing in even more capital. So the Bitcoin prices are shooting even more. So that way,
Yes,
is
yes,
like you have a third company entering into S&P 500 because the Bitcoin prices have shot so much that a company which was at 700, 800 now made it to 500. So some other company which did not have Bitcoin, the balance sheet is pushed out now. So it's a self-fulfilling cycle which just pushes out everyone else who does not have Bitcoin, and all you are left with in S&P is companies which have or FTSE 500 is companies which have just Bitcoin.
yeah, it can happen and it will happen maybe, yeah, this decade.
This is bound to
Yeah,
happen. This is bound to
yeah,
happen.
Yeah, so like
And the
एकदम
crazy
super
thing,
tech AI, few AI companies or few like high tech companies and Bitcoin, only those companies can survive and
they will
even
also
these
keep
new
Bitcoin.
companies will have a hard time, you know.
They will also keep Bitcoin. Like the new companies will also keep Bitcoin. Figma has 5% of its treasury in Bitcoin, right? They're increasing it to
Mm.
10% now. So all
yeah,
these companies will have Bitcoin. I think that's why it's a good time for us to start talking to all the Indian companies and start telling them that you should hold Bitcoin in a balance sheet, even if they don't hear us. That's okay because
Yes,
yeah,
they will eventually. Like they will eventually be
definitely.
like, oh, there are these people who are telling us we are pushed out of BSC 50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this asset has been growing for more than like growing annually at 60% rate for more than 15 years, and like governments and regulations all are just blind, like they are just ignoring, like देख रहे हो like how dumb they are, but or like how ignorant they are. Dumb तो नहीं कहना चाहिए, how ignorant they are. and they will have to pay the price. They will pay the price. But like India has to suffer. But yeah, that's all the name of the game. Gold may help us. India, gold may help us because we hold like 50,000 tons of gold, like around five to $6 trillion of gold, Indian households. So that is huge. $5 to $6 trillion of gold out of 24. Out of
I
24
have
trillion.
read some kind of report wherein it says like Indian women hold gold like much more than the central banks
Hmm.
out there. So that might save us. Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Hello everyone. We will take comments at the very end. But yeah, we appreciate your comments. We appreciate your questions. We appreciate your opinions. We'll definitely discuss on it. Yeah.
It's lovely to see all your guys' comments and your inputs, and always that always inspires us to take those topics in this one, or we gather more material from there, right? And we bring that in the next sessions. So thanks so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
your comments and your inputs.
Yeah. So this September October Bitcoin purchase window, but वो moving strike warrants बंद हो गया ना 17th September.
Uh,
They will issue
yeah,
now. From they will start
moving
issuing
strike warrant after September.
after September month or after
Yeah,
17th September.
no,
Is it?
after September month. So
So most
MSWs are closed till September, end of September.
okay. So 17th September
Yeah.
को क्या था Metaplanet का? There was something on 17th September.
So like there was a quiet period wherein they were like company executives like Simon and Dylan were not like it's some kind of weird regulation, so they were not allowed to discuss like what happened uh,
Yes.
in the about the like international offering and all kind of stuff. So that was the thing till 17 September. But after 17 September, the quiet period is now ended, and they are giving clarifications about like why did we do this, why we gave discount, and basically why what's happening with Metaplanet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the
So,
TL
like
there of this?
the third point here makes sense. Like, what are the lessons that we learned from this future offerings? Wherein Simon says that like it's clear that the accretion or the yield to a common shareholder is negligible, like around 3% or 3 to 5%. But the positive side of thing is that with this raise, they have made a like a partnership kind of a thing with approximately 100 plus institutionals. So 100 institutional investors over the week and told our story directly. More importantly, a large amount of capital we spoke to become from long only investors. So basically, the investors which are coming in this international offering are long only. So like they will not sell there, even if they like in the last episode, I think we discussed about the lockup. As far as I know, there is no lockup for the shareholders, but the investors which have come into the international offering, they are long only. So, like we have that we can say that this is good. And one thing which I wanted to add is like basically I was explaining this short when they decided to issue like 385 million more shares and then get in at this international offering. So this thing is not happening. So Simon made it clear in some of his tweets. Maybe you can check his profile and get that. But I read that tweet and there he said, so it's illegal in Japan to like short sell a stock who is doing like short selling is legal, but covering your short position via international offering is not legal. So this is illegal. So basically, who are short, they are short, and they can't get access to this international offered shares. So there is a thing which is happening with interactive brokers and all, wherein DN3 and some of those shares were stopped trading. So that was the reason. Like they were separating the earlier shares before this international offering and the
Hmm.
current new shares which will come into the market.
Okay. So what will happen to them? They will just get wrecked.
We have to see like
Okay. Okay.
what happens.
What are those like what are those funds? Do you have list? Do we have list?
Maybe
We can like we'll
uh,
just keep watch on it.
Mark Reamer is keeping a good watch. If you can go back
Okay.
to Mark Reamer's profile, then he has made. So
Okay.
Citibank was one of the most prominent players who was doing short. So they have covered their position successfully. So I think
Oh,
yeah, this chart. So now Citibank is out. Citibank was here. They were highest.
definitely.
So
Hmm.
now JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, these are the kind of funds who are still short. So let's see like what happens.
Hmm. And yeah, volatility is there.
Yeah,
Yesterday it also like opened and closed 17% up from the day
yeah,
before yesterday's close. Yeah, it touched the 516 and then 608. So yeah,
yeah,
it looks like it's a very at a lucrative price really. ये है ना
uh,
ये सब है these are shorts update.
yeah.
Nice. Jeffrey is
So
also
see
legit
here,
report.
here you can see Citigroup, and
Citigroup also for
on
sure.
the recent update you can't see Citigroup. So Citigroup has covered their position. So they have made money.
ओके 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 छोटा मोटा कर लिया उन्होंने
हाँ कर लिया.
या सो या नेक्स्ट थिंग इज रेट कट फेडरल रिजर्व जरम बोवेल ने वी गॉट द रेट कट फेडरल रिजर्व गॉट द रेट कट सो डॉलर will be less valuable as usual. Last rate cut was in last year, September, November, and December. Fed cut three rate like so, yeah. So last rate cut was in December 2024. So that was 25 basis points. So last year they decreased 100 basis points, 50 basis point in September. Bitcoin price was 49,50,000. So they decreased. The expectation was 25 basis point, but they decreased 50 basis point. Bitcoin shoot up. October it went up to maybe 60, 65,000. Then they again cut rate in November, 25 basis point. Bitcoin kept going up. In December they again cut the rate 25 basis point. So we came from 5.5 to 4.5 in those 3 months. And from December 2024, the rate was 4.5% only. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and September. And Bitcoin went from, yeah, 109, 125, again 98, even 75. In April, it went to 75, then 120, 125, then 100, like 105. Now we are at 116. And they cut the rate 25 basis points, and two more rates cut are expected by the year end. So 25 हो गया 25 more, so 75 total rate cut expected. So by the December end this 4.5 अभी वो 4.25 हो गया and 50 basis point more, so 3.75 cut. And आप ये देखो the in percentage wise every rate cut is more larger than the previous one. Like if you है ना 5.5 से 5.25 जाते हो, but 5.25 से 5 जाते हो, that is more percentage wise cut. 25 basis point is same है ना. 5 to 4.275 is 25 basis point, maybe 7%, 6%. But imagine going to 0.25% from 0.50%. This is half reduction in half. So जितना जितना डाउन जाता है द मनी प्रोडक्शंस, मनी क्या बोलते हैं, एक्सपेंशंस इंक्रीज थोड़ा एक्सपोनेंशियली मोर लार्जर. So yeah, I think
And this is in the time where like inflation is not 2%. So 2%, 3% is the new 2% for them. So
yes.
like this is the time wherein they should have kept in a ideal case where they should have kept it as it is, or they might have increased, but things are going in a like fixed income market is unraveling. So this is what
Yeah.
these treasury companies might figure out, something like some product preferred, or like how to tap into this big $300 trillion market, because whenever the rate cut is happening, like it is not useful for those investors who are investing in the fixed income market. So that is not that market is not attractive for them.
Mm-hmm.
So we will have to see like how this fixed income market unfolds in the future.
Yes. Yes. So like this rate cut, जब ये होता है रेट कट, जनरली मार्केट, ट्रेडिशनल स्टॉक मार्केट, इक्विटी मार्केट जनरली बॉटम पे होता है
Yeah,
when rate cut happens, but this time it is at all time high.
all time
And
high.
last month Powell also said that like we are open for the adjustable inflation policy, something like that. So that 2% inflation target is no more, like they are open for higher inflation. So
Is that
in
because of
USA, yes.
is that because of government pressure, or is there any financial reason for that? Like, why are they cutting down the rates when the
लाइक दे आर
inflation is
बिकमिंग
high?
जंक इकोनॉमी. लाइक जैसे इंडिया में अपना इन्फ्लेशन टारगेट है 4% +or -2. आरबीआई अगर वो नहीं छापते हैं देन देर इज डिफ्लेशन, है ना.
Hmm.
बट दे आर हियर टू लूट, दे आर हियर टू लूट फ्रॉम एवरीवन. सो अगर वो छापते भी है ना गवर्नमेंट, आरबीआई, लाइक दे कैन इवन प्रिंट एंड द प्राइस कैन रिमेन स्टेबल. दे कैन, बिकॉज दे वो उतना ही छापे जितनी ग्रोथ हो रही है, जितना डिफ्लेशन है, जितना ग्रोथ है. बट दे इवन प्रिंट मोर देन दैट. सो नाउ वी गेट इन्फ्लेशन 2%, 3%, 4%. तो आरबीआई कहती है कि वी गेट 4%, वी विल गिव यू 4% +or -2. सो 2 to 6%. बट वो जनरली 8-9 तक जाता है. दे कीप प्रिंटिंग एंड फिर बाद में ज्यादा होता है, दे विल से कि अच्छा इन्फ्लेशन इतना है, बट रियल इन्फ्लेशन इज टू मच. यूएस में दे से 2% +or -1. So now it is going above more. तो अब ये सुना होगा द 4% इज न्यू नॉर्मल, 5% इज न्यू नॉर्मल. सो वहां पे जब दे विल लाइक उनको 4% इन्फ्लेशन है, कुल मिला के यही है कि वी आर एंटरिंग इनटू हाइपर इन्फ्लेशन. लाइक यूएसए इज एंटरिंग इनटू लाइक वो हाइपर इन्फ्लेशन दिखा रहा है. समझ रहे हो, हाइपर इन्फ्लेशन दिखा रहा है. और पार्कर लुइस बोल रहा है कि रियल इन्फ्लेशन इज मोर देन 11%. इन वो मीट ट्रैक करता है वो. सो मीट है वो, रियल इन्फ्लेशन इज 11% एन्युअली. अपने यहाँ पे मैं देखूँ तो मेरा जनरल रेट आ रहा है इंडिया में अराउंड 30% एनुअल. चीजें 25 से 30% से महंगी हो रही है. फूड की चीजें,
30.
सिर्फ खाने पीने की चीजें, सिर्फ खाने पीने की चीजें, या सिर्फ खाने पीने की चीजें, सिर्फ फूड इन्फ्लेशन. बाकी तो नहीं. बाकी 10, रियल एस्टेट 10-15% 10-15 जितना है. लाइक आप खाने पीने की चीज देखना एक बार, जस्ट उसका ही
And
ग्रोसरीज
there is
एंड
also this thing, shrinkflation, wherein they cut the size of the
साइज ऑफ द.
Size of the produce, like packet छोटा कर देते हैं.
हाँ
So they
shrinkflation.
call it shrinkflation. But it's inflation
Digant, I
only.
guess Digant, you have to join again maybe. Yes,
हाँ,
yes,
you're
ठीक है, आ
back.
गया. He is back. So ये जो है ना हाई, वो यही दिखाना चाह रहे हैं कि अब इतने वो क्यों, क्या हो रहा है कि अगर वो कट नहीं कर रहे तो जॉब मार्केट में दिक्कत हो रही है. तो जॉब लोगों एम्प्लॉयमेंट डाटा कम है तो फिर इकोनॉमी डाउन चली जाएगी. तो अब उनको हायर इन्फ्लेशन से मतलब ये है कि पहले 2% लूट रहे थे, उतने में इकोनॉमी चल रही थी, अब ज्यादा लूटना पड़ेगा, तभी उनकी पावर रहेगी हाथ में उनके. सो मतलब पीपल हैव टू सफर मोर नाउ. उनका सेविंग्स और ज्यादा जाएगी, और ज्यादा जाएगी. बट अब एंड जितना लोग वहां से बिटकॉइन में आएंगे उतना दे विल हैव टू इवन प्रिंट मोर ना, बिकॉज लाइक इट्स कंसिडर इट इज लाइक पिलर है, ऑल दिस सिटीजंस आर पिलर ऑफ दैट इकोनॉमी। और बाकी लोग अब अपना पैसा लेके बिटकॉइन में चले गए हैं, तो दे मेक बिटकॉइन स्ट्रॉन्गर एंड दिस फिएट करेंसी वीकर। सो बाकी के एग्जिस्टिंग लोग हैं उन पे प्रेशर आ रहा है, सो ओनली दोज पीपल हैव टू बेयर द परचेजिंग पावर कॉस्ट उसका, तो दे विल और ज्यादा से प्रिंट होगा। एंड लाइक आई थिंक इट विल टेक 10-15 years to completely like destroy dollar.
And I think there is also a financial reason behind like why they are cutting the rates right now, because I think there is around $9 trillion of refinancing which is needed. So if they refinance at current rates, then it is going to like it will be at a higher interest cost for them. But let's say if they cut interest rates till 3 or maybe 2, 2.5, then it will be easier for them to pay back. So that's the thing, like why they are cutting interest right now. So I am not sure where like when are they going to refinance, but this is nearly in 2020, end of 2025 or 2020, start of
Mm-hmm.
2026.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
9 trillion refinance करना है, and ये जो रेट कट हुआ है it can have effect on definitely have on these preferreds.
Yeah,
So
STRC, yes.
so like these preferred like this Bitcoin treasury company who are issuing prefers, they can lower the yield. They can lower the yield.
They might not, because currently the seller's goal is to have STRC at 100, but still
Hmm.
it's not at 100. So unless and until it goes above 100, I don't think they will lower the yields.
Yeah. So ये Fed का जो
But
rate cut है, it can help to help STRC to reach 100
yeah,
or even
this can happen.
and let seller tap the ATM in
Yeah,
STRC, है
and
ना?
buy more Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah, it can happen. Hmm. एक ये है मेटा प्लेनेट का, इफ अगर आपने पढ़ा हो तो जिंक्स इज आस्किंग व्हाई द डिस्काउंट वाज गिवन।
Screen is not shared.
सॉरी या
Yeah,
सो जिंक्स का है कि व्हाई द डिस्काउंट वाज गिवन,
yeah.
10% डिस्काउंट इसमें, या देखा है दिगंत आपने, व्हाट
Yeah,
इज द
yeah.
रीजन?
So इसमें शायद Dylan ने, yeah, Dylan has answered this. So I have read this wherein Dylan talks about like why they have given 10% additional discount. So here he has like, if you can go additionally discounts to market slash par aren't typical for $1 billion capital market transactions. Uh, this is because purely of the money which they have raised. So, for example, you are raising a million, then you might not offer discount. But let's say someone is offering you billion, you might give some discount to them. This is game of scale basically. So he has answered from a perspective of MSTR converts and preferred. So, like Sailor says that we are launching this preferred at $100, but they start at 85. But the difference in this MSTR and Metaplanet is that like MSTR has launched their converts and preferreds at discount, but to upsize their raise. But in case of Metaplanet, the like that is they are issuing common stock. So this was not the case with MSTR. Like um, seller didn't raise MSTR via giving any discount. So that's the thing. Like I am not super convinced with the answer, but the answer makes sense where he says like when billions are there are looking to invest, then you consider some.
इसको अब ये समझो, आई गेस यू आर ऑफलाइन अगेन। इसको ऐसे समझो कि अगर वो लाइक दे वांट टू गेट इनटू वन दे वांट टू गेट 1.4 बिलियन डॉलर ऑफ, राइट, लाइक कितना था उनका 700 मिलियन समथिंग था, एंड दे इश्यूड 350 समथिंग मोर, राइट. सो
Yeah.
सो ये जो नए शेयर्स है, दे कंट्रोल अराउंड 33% ऑफ द मेटा प्लेनेट नाउ.
Hmm.
अगर उनको ओपन मार्केट में बाय करने दिया होता तो, कि चलो बाय फ्रॉम द ओपन मार्केट, हम इश्यू कर रहे हैं, आप बाय
So,
करो, अब कोई भी स्ट्रेटेजी लगाओ, तो प्राइस
hmm.
इतना बाय करने में उनको आई गेस बहुत टाइम, 3-4 महीने लग जाते हैं, आई गेस 2-3 महीने, 3-4 महीने कम से कम लग जाते हैं. एंड
हाँ.
एंड लिक्विडिटी भी देखनी पड़ती, एंड दे एंड लाइक दे वुड हैव एंड अप बाइंग अबाउट 3-4-5 इवन 7-8-9 एम नाउ,
Yeah.
है ना. सो it's a backdoor deal. कुल मिला के, it's a
Yeah.
institution, it's a Wall Street at play. It's again fiat
Yeah.
game, but
Yeah. Fiat game.
again fiat game. But इनके पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है. They just want to become big. So वही है कि क्या
From a point of view of Metaplanet, like we have only one positive thing, like our Bitcoin NAV is going up, so we can issue more preferred. From whatever I have understood, this is the only positive side as a retail for us.
yes. So there will be times when Metaplanet will outperform Bitcoin, and there will be times when the Metaplanet will
Yeah.
क्या बोलते हैं, no, will not outperform Bitcoin. So ये साइकिल है, बट एज ये नया वाला पोस्ट है जिंक्स का, ये चीज इंपॉर्टेंट है, रियली इंपॉर्टेंट, दी मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. हर बार हम बोलते हैं, every single
Yeah.
one of my Bitcoin treasury positions could go to zero and my life wouldn't change one bit, right? My life wouldn't change one bit. This should be you too. Have most of your wealth in cold storage Bitcoin. ये है. So आपको like अगर if one is, जैसे इंडिया में भी काफी लोग हैं, like है, there are many people who are every like into treasury company only, है ना, and they don't hold Bitcoin because they, उनको लगता है कि Bitcoin में 30% टैक्स है तो नहीं होल्ड करना, है ना. And so there are people who only hold treasury companies. So for
Yeah.
them it is very much, उनके लिए उनको रुला सकती है ये कुल मिला के. So yeah, your Bitcoin position should be big. है ना. या स्ट्राइव तो भाई अलग ही कर रहा है. स्ट्राइव ने बहुत लोगों को हायर भी किया है.
Yeah.
सीरीज जजोरिया को ले लिया, सबको ले लिया इन्होंने,
Yeah.
किसको नहीं
I
लिया.
think
और अब तो चैनल
Thrive is a Bitcoin treasury company to study. I mean, they have different strategies to acquire Bitcoin. So they have one of these strategy wherein they will look out in the US market, like how many companies are trading below their cash position. So for example, they have cash of 500 million, but the company is trading at 400 million. So what they will do, they will just acquire that company and buy
सीक्वेंस को
Bitcoin
ले
of all the cash and like
सीक्वेंस को ले
so yeah. So
है ना.
this is like a different, but be aware, like they have done the pipe raising. So pipe raise was at around 1.3. So they can crash easily to 1.3. So unless and until it goes to 1.3, stay away.
अभी कितना
But
है.
in the longer term, I think I mean, the company is making sense.
अभी तो 4.3 है, and जब हमने
हाँ,
बोला तो 6 के पास था, एंड उन्होंने
yeah.
रेज किया 1.3 के आसपास. सो डेफिनेटली इट विल गो, लाइक देयर आर हाई चांस, सब कुछ देख के लग रहा है जाएगा. या जेपी मॉर्गन को बोला शॉर्ट करे, सब तो कर रहे होंगे शॉर्ट, पता नहीं. सीईपी का क्या हुआ. सीईपी मर्जर हो गया क्या सीईपी का.
हाँ,
21 कैपिटल.
अभी तक नहीं
ठीक
होगा.
है. या सो नेक्स्ट थिंग, Behold is putting Bitcoin to work on Lightning Network. जैसे लास्ट टाइम हमने देखा था, लिक्विडिटी किया था LQWD फ्रॉम कैनेडियन कंपनी, ये Behold भी कर
Yeah.
रही है. सो या आगे जाके ये भी होगा. अभी लाइटनिंग में टोटल नेटवर्क कैपेसिटी इज अराउंड 4000 बिटकॉइन. सो देयर इज नॉट मच डिमांड ऑन लाइटनिंग बिकॉज ऑन चेन फीस भी कम है, बट एज बिटकॉइन एडॉप्शन ग्रोज एंड देयर आर टाइम्स व्हेन बिटकॉइन फीस आर वे हाई, उस समय पे विल सी लाइटनिंग एडोब नेटवर्क कैसे ग्रो होता है. बट आपको लाइक लाइटिंग नेटवर्क का ग्रोथ देखे से तो आर यू हैप्पी लाइक व्हाट डू यू से सही है लाइक और यू वांट टू लाइक say 4000 bitcoin
I think thoda slow hai. Someone pointed it out in the last podcast that we had. So yeah, it is a little slow, but abhi transaction. This is something that me and Digant were discussing. We are in the phase of store of value of Bitcoin. So makes sense to use your Bitcoin only to sort of get more accretion through Bitcoin treasury companies, right? Otherwise, you should not be like people do not want to spend it. I'm not saying people should not spend it, or I'm not saying that technology should not be there so that people can spend it because the SOV comes from its MOE properties, right? But I don't think we are in the time when people should be spending it if they can spend the cash.
मैं इसमें ये कहूँगा कि सी स्पेंड नहीं करना चाहिए बिटकॉइन को बिकॉज इट इंक्रीजेज राइट बट एक बार we all have our monthly expenses, our daily expenses, right? So we keep that in fiat, and then baki ka you keep in Bitcoin. So like, what if you keep it in Bitcoin and you spend from it? You spend from it.
But as of now, no vendor accepts in my locality.
but
So where will I spend it?
More vendor accepts, then it's good,
Yeah.
right?
So even if you are 100% on Bitcoin, you might feel like it's hard time to spend it. So that's the reason.
No. Example, if you are on 100% on Bitcoin, and one person is like X% into Bitcoin, and baki ka unhone he has kept it aside for monthly expenses, है ना?
Yeah.
Let's assume both have same holding and both have same expenses, but one keeps some part in fiat to spend, and one keeps in Bitcoin, and there are some ways through which it converts into fiat whenever it pays. So if you see in the long run, the one who keeps into Bitcoin will have more holdings left.
I mean, we have to model it out, but it might.
And for the past
there's a
2.5
possibility.
years, for the past 2.5 years, it is working great.
Yeah.
There are also
Yeah,
down.
it does not have to use Lightning Network, right? You can just use a Dolphin card. You can use a credit card, Coinbase card. Can pay in fiat. That fiat deducts the Bitcoin balance, and it continues to live. So the point is, using Bitcoin as a money medium of exchange is something that people want to avoid. People still want to spend in sats. Still want to spend in cash. So the balance could be in Bitcoin, but they will spend in cash, and you can convert it every time that the expense happens.
I think I was reading this Treasury of Michael Saylor, which just launched. I think I have shared that on Signal. I'm not sure if that was about this thing which we are talking about, or it's something else. So there he has mentioned like people tend to spend bad money and think in terms of good money. So I think we are in that phase wherein we are spending bad money and we think in Bitcoin like I want to reach this much amount of Bitcoin. This is my goal. So I think we are currently in that phase. So I think if I can read,
it's known as Gresham's law.
Yeah, but Gresham's law is there is one recent podcast on Robert Bridlow. So in that he discussed deep about, like, he says that Gresham's law only work when we don't have good money, really good money like Bitcoin. In Bitcoin world, Gresham law will fail. So Gresham law is not a law; it's it just work in fiat world. It won't work in Bitcoin world. So it's a not law. कुछ उसने मस्त बोला था. I will try to share the clip. So, but yeah, personally, I love to spend sets as long as I'm earning more sets. As long as
I
I'm
mean,
earning
these
more.
things are related, right? SOV depends on MOE. MOE depends on SOV, like unit of account.
Unit of account.
Right. So people are not comfortable using Bitcoin because the SAT price is not fixed. Right. So all of it is related. but I think it's just a phase when SOV is easier, and MOE and UOA are a little difficult.
Hmm.
With time, these things will get simpler though.
Hmm. Like like there will be time when dollar and this um, like when dollar enters into hyperinflation, then why will you keep fiat even?
But
Like you want your
there is
fiat
a
to stand.
case. There is a case wherein he like I think in this only in this book
Why got it published?
Treasury in this book or in some other book
Uh-huh.
wherein
Yes.
there's a Argentinian person wherein he uses his Argentinian peso to buy stuff and he accumulates USD. So this will always be the case. Like I mean, unless and until that fiat is unspendable, like you can't get anything out of that fiat. Basically, if
Hmm.
you want to like Zimbabwe like situation, you have to carry a truckload of cash to buy bread. Unless and until that happens, there will be fiat
ये
which
उल्टा
will
नहीं है क्या?
exist.
एक्चुअली गुड मनी ड्राइव्स आउट द बैड मनी. यूएसडीटी वाज गुड, इसलिए उसने बाकी सब करेंसी को तोड़ दिया, गोल्ड को भी तोड़ दिया. इवन इवन यूएसडीटी इज बेटर देन गोल्ड फॉर मीडियम ऑफ एक्सचेंजेस. सो उसने किया है,
Yeah. For
बट
minimum exchange,
बिकम
it's good.
बिकम सम लाइक उसका कुछ वैल्यू रहा डॉलर का. बट गोल्ड भी 220
Mm.
ट्रिलियन है ना, गोल्ड भी कहाँ खत्म हुआ. बट नाउ
Mm.
Bitcoin is good at store of value, medium of exchange, and even unit of account. So it will drive
Yeah.
out USDT. है ना, उसको ग्रीशम लो का लाइक या ग्रीशम लो देखना पड़ेगा. ठीक है गाइस, दैट्स इट. देयर आर 2-3 थिंग्स आई गेस हम नेक्स्ट में करेंगे कवर. उसमें टाइम लग जाएगा. एंडरसन की पोस्ट थी काफी. बाकी या लेट्स टेक कमेंट्स, है ना.
Mm.
Yeah, this is the comment. Luma.com said BitPlex Treasury. You can go there and book a conference, BitPlex Summit conference in Goa, 1st and 2nd November. BitPlex, yeah, same other link. ये Treasury है वो है for Treasury seminar. So 31st October, 1st November and 2nd November, 3 days. So if you buy this, you will get access into BitPlex, this one. And don't forget to apply the code Bitcoin Surge. You will get 25% off. Yeah. Hello, Ravindranath. Hello. Hi. Hello, Bitcoin Up Strategy team. Bye. Hello. Thank you, Abhijit. Bye. Hello. Rahul Sharma. Hello. No company can be strategy in BTC holdings. Yeah. Rahul Bhai.
Most
Always.
probably.
Yeah. Rahul Bhai Machada. BTC is going to reset as US institutions are going to prop it up to white out their debt. Yeah. Agree. Reset. BTC don't help banks. It's opposite to banking model and benefits holders. So banks. So yeah, BTC helps banks. BTC doesn't help fractional reserve banking, right? See, Tether is a banking. Tether, देखो, Tether market cap is $500 billion. So they are using it. Like they are doing it for Bitcoin. USDT तभी they are printing Tether so that they can monetize this Bitcoin economy with using this with the fiat world. So BTC don't help banks. आप ये समझो कि BTC help banks. It is banking means just transfer of the money. BTC don't help fractional reserve banks. That you need to understand. BTC don't help fractional reserve banks. And Tether has proved that you can become more valuable by not becoming fractional reserve, but by just providing the banking service only. Tether is more valuable than JP Morgan. देख लो अभी. Tether is more valuable than JP Morgan. 100% रिजर्व. एंड इवन एक समय पे ज्यादा रिजर्व होगा बिकॉज दे आर बैकिंग देमसेल्व्स विद बिटकॉइन. सो एट
Bitcoin. Yeah.
हाँ, तो सम
True.
ऐसा टाइम आएगा कि जहाँ पे यूएसडीटी विल ट्रेड इन एज प्रीमियम अगेंस्ट द डॉलर और मे बी यूएसएटी जो उनका उन्होंने नया लॉन्च किया है यूएस स्टेबल कॉइंस. सो या बट डेफिनेटली होल्डर्स को बेनिफिट होता है बिटकॉइन में. एंड दैट्स बैंकिंग बैंक्स वालों का काम ही तो यही है यार कि सिंपल तुम यू जस्ट प्रोवाइड द बैंकिंग सर्विस टू द कस्टमर्स एंड उसमें तुम फीस खाओ. तो व्हाई डू यू प्रिंट मनी, व्हाई डू यू इंक्रीज द मनी सप्लाई. गवर्नमेंट एडॉप्ट दोज टेक्नोलॉजीज विच हेल्प देम टू कंट्रोल मोर. या ये है. सो Any update on Jet King? No update, nothing, any update, no any new buy. But you can go to jetking.org/dashboard. नया Bitcoin होगा तो then you will get to see. Yeah.
Also, they have started some education with Plan B, I think. So that
Yes.
you can consider as an update.
And Siddharth is going to be a speaker at BitPlebs. Like he's coming there. We can go to the jetking.org/dashboard to see if there's any update on their purchase. I think they were last at 24 point something Bitcoin, and they're still around that. The stock price is falling though. So JetKing's stock price is, I think it's at 280,
282.
22. Okay.
282. Yes, 282.
What is the current time nav?
7.
What's the current time nav? 7.42. Okay.
Scroll down. Let's look at the BTC acquisition or BTC total accumulation. That's 25. 20. They crossed
23.51.
23.51.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's because they're not bought a bulk Bitcoin purchase lately. That is why the MNAV is coming down.
Sats per share is 372.96. So if you multiply with the current BTC INR price, what will be the price in rupees? Like
24 CR, no? 23.5 Bitcoin.
96 into
ये देखो ना, sats per share is a good na. Like per share you have to pay 372 sats. Like you get 372 sats if you buy Jet King now.
What?
So that is 37 rupees, 38 rupees, 40 rupees of Bitcoin.
Achha.
हाँ. So अगर price is 80, then it's 2M now. So 40 के price पे it is 1M now. I'm weird.
Why weird?
अच्छा नहीं, मुझे लगा कि क्योंकि जब वो when they started the price was 70-80, तो मुझे लगा कि उनका पर शेयर बढ़ गया. पर शेयर इज टू लो.
नहीं, तब तो वो ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस के ऊपर उनको कोई पी मल्टीपल मिल रहा होगा, तो उस टाइम वैसा वैल्यूएशन था. अभी इस टाइम अपन बिटकॉइन पर शेयर के हिसाब से देख रहे हैं, तो ऐसा वैल्यूएशन.
So 1M will be around 40 rupees something, 40 rupees, 40, yeah, 38 to 40, 41 rupees is 1M now. 80 rupees is 2M now. 160 is 4M now.
I think this you have to consider while investing in Bitcoin Treasury is like 7.42 MNAV is current. But yeah, there is one more thing that they are looking to like selling all of their real estate and putting it into Bitcoin. So if they find a buyer, then that might be a huge amount coming
that
into
is 60
Bitcoin.
more 60 Bitcoin more. So 60, then 23 अभी है, तो 70, 80, 85, let's say 90 Bitcoin. If they reach 100 Bitcoin, so 4 times now, तो 40 से शेयर पर शेयर हो जाएगा इनका 160. So like their forward MNAV is 160 price पे 1 MNAV. So 160 का डबल 320 is 2 MNAV forward MNAV.
मतलब अभी 1.5 के अराउंड.
Yeah.
Forward.
Yes. So I guess yeah, it's a good buy.
We don't know it is a good or bad.
If you have any precise question on Jet King, you can also type that in the chat, and we can see if we can take that.
Yes.
Yeah.
ठीक है guys. Thank you for joining in.
All right. Lovely.
Yeah. Thank you everyone. Thank you Setu. Thank you Digant. Thank you Rahul.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Bye guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And जो Bitcoin weekly episode है, it will go live on Monday. We'll go live on Monday, not Sunday. We are just changing the schedule on Bitcoin weekly with me and Nihal. So पहले Sunday करते थे, but now we are shifting it to Monday. And Rahul Salma हर बार का उनका ये signature line है, God bless Bitcoin. Thank you. God bless Bitcoin. God bless you. God bless everybody. ठीक है guys. Bye bye. Take care.
Number one thing you can do is educate the world on Bitcoin and let people know they need to figure out Bitcoin. And every one of you does make a difference, because I would never get those meetings if it wasn't like someone that went and said, you got to pay attention. And my last point to you, you do not sell your Bitcoin. Thank you. Thank you.